We're singing our debut concert in G Live in March, and we're doing a programme of opera favourites. It's not the sort of thing that we normally sing. We normally sing a full work. What sort of concert is this going to be for us and for the audience?
As you say, it's going to be very different for us because, well, first of all, we're not going to be standing in serried ranks on a platform. We're going to be moving, and that's perhaps the main difference between this concert and the standard sort of cathedral concert. We're going to get a lot of movement. We're going to have semi-chorus behind stage, off stage, singing on occasions. For one piece, we're going to have the choir walking through the auditorium onto stage. We're always going to have the singers moving around in different, three different setups. So there's going to be a lot of variety. It might be out of people's comfort zone, but it's going to be, I think, really thrilling.
And there's something about these opera favourites that allows them to stand on their own as pieces, although they were originally written as part of a story and as part of a great work, yes. But still enables them to be moving, yes. To an audience or exhilarating or yes. Whatever emotions they inspire. Mm. What is it about that kind of operatic writing that allows a piece to do that in really sometimes just 2 or 3 minutes?
Well, I think it is literally, these are the highlights of the opera, and they're placed within the opera at a key moment. But that actual moment is the best bit of music. You know, it's music which comes from the soul, or as you say, really thrills. And it is that key musical moment, and it's very often just the best music. I mean, it gets to the heart very quickly, yes. Directly.
And there must be, and it's a fantastic programme. There's really something for everybody in there, and not just the choir, but the soloists and the orchestra playing on their own as well. So real variety.
Well, I like to think that that anybody who is interested in opera, they will have, Nessendorfer is bound to be at the top of everybody's list. That's there. The March of the Toreadors in Carmen, Vivace Chorus, one of the greatest operas and most popular operas ever written. A bit of Mozart, of course Wagner's there, and it's Meistersinger, which is perhaps his best loved opera. Of course we got Verdi, Aida. It's just got everybody's really best, most favourite moments.
I think it's been a great concert to rehearse for. It's very exciting.
Yes.
And we're all looking forward to doing something a little bit different. But there must be a couple of pieces on that programme that you're particularly looking forward to.
I really love the Mussorgsky coronation scene. This is where the Tsar is crowned, and the orchestral effects that are written by Mussorgsky are really stunning. He has the bells of St. Petersburg ringing out in this most powerful way. And what I'm trying to do with the choir, in that one particularly, but others as well, is to abandon this sort of idea of an English choral society sound. We're not singing Elgar, we're singing, something really much more powerful. So I'm trying to get a completely different sound from the choir, something which is much more direct, if you want to, perhaps slightly less refined, if you like, which really packs a punch.
For the choir, one of the challenges has been the languages. We've had to sing in various different languages, and that's important for you that we sing in the original language.
Yes.
Can you tell us why?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's the whole thing is to do with the sound, and if we're trying to make a different sound for the Russian from the French, from the English, of course, then the sort of the vowel sounds that you're making in Russian or German or English are going to be very different, of course. And I want to try to match the choir sound to those vowel sounds. It all comes as a package. And what I'm trying to achieve is as much variety as not just variety in the actual repertoire that we're doing, but in the variety of our performance. Okay, so the Russian will be quite strong and a dark sound, but the French are going to be lighter and a slightly more brilliant, bright sound, and of course Italian as well, the same sort of way.
And to a certain extent, the choir needs to take on the character of the music. So I know as an alto, there are times when we have to be old and grumpy, and there are times when we have to be young and lovely, and that's great. It's an exciting thing for us to do, and hopefully something that the audience will feel.
Respond to. I hope so. Yeah. I mean, it's just, as you say, very much out of our comfort zone. We're not just sitting behind our copies in our black and red, but we're actually getting a little bit involved in the action and as you say, taking on these personalities. Yes. And there's a limit to what you can do with a choir of 120 odd. But I think to get this interaction between the music, the emotion of the music, and getting the choir involved in that with the soloists as well, and me and the orchestra, the whole package, it will be really thrilling.
And performing in G Live, you're looking forward to performing in a new venue?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I've not been to a concert there yet, but I'm told it's a really exciting venue to play. Yeah.
Good. Well, let's hope it's a sellout.
Let's hope so.